something that we have done, so especially with Open Wallet, that it's not a regular wallet. So we do rely on MPC, which is multi-party computation. In MPC, your keys are sharded and encrypted, stored on various servers, and then we have the protection of passkeys. So in order to make a transaction, you always have to sign a particular message using your passkey.
You're listening to 15M Mastering, a show that empowers you with insights from the leading iGaming experts to enhance your personal or business performance. The show is brought to you by tech-driven affiliate and media company Already Media, and supported by the AI-powered data analytics platform Blask. And Yo Investments, a fund manager investing in outstanding people who are disrupting the iGaming, fintech, and crypto industries. Hey everyone, and welcome back to 15M Mastery. Today we're joined once again by Mitul Manish, co-founder and chief product and technology officer at Open Wallet. Mitul leads teams that combine strong security with smooth user experience. In this episode, we'll explore how decentralized identity and passwordless logins can streamline player onboarding, protect privacy, and reduce fraud in iGaming. Welcome back, Mitul.
Hey, Dima. Thanks for having me.
So let's start with the first question. So what is decentralized identity in plain language, and how a passkey different from a traditional password?
So I assume every listener would have used the KYC in some place already by this moment. So the traditional KYC systems that we deal with on a daily basis, they do not really share any information between them. Also, they do not really issue any credentials or, let's say, certificates that can be used across different systems. And even if we talk about a single provider, which I believe SumSub is definitely being used a lot in the iGaming industry, they do have a program where the KYC can be shared. We've definitely run into problems where different companies would not like to use KYC information which has already been approved by the same provider. So we're definitely talking about a lot of fragmentation. A lot of time users have to, even on a single platform, users have to perform KYC multiple times. So if you're using a crypto wallet, you have a bunch of different on-ramping providers built in, then even in that case, you have to perform KYC. So decentralized KYC definitely solves this interoperability problem and also solves this fragmentation issue. So let me paint a really high-level picture about how does it really work. So it starts with your wallet, because your wallet is ultimately responsible for holding on to these DIDs, or your decentralized identifiers. Decentralized identifiers, they're extracted from your public key of your wallet, and they can be easily shared across, and they are global, unique public IDs tied to your wallet. So they sort of already act like as your ID, but they do not reveal any personal information about you. So in order to completely understand what different components are included in a decentralized system, so there's a triangle of trust, and the information mostly flows between these three parties. There's normally an issuer. So if you have a driving license, or if you, let's say, have a university degree, then there must be an issuer who would have issued you those documents. So especially, let's talk about the driving license scenario. Imagine you have a driving license, but it's not digitized. You have a physical copy of it. And every time you have to prove that you're above 18 years of age, you use that as an ID document. So if you go to a bar or a pub or any other place where you'd like to prove that you're over 18, you have to show them the entire information. That not only leaks a lot of other information about you, there's no selective disclosure involved. So you are sharing a lot of unnecessary information with the other party. And in a lot of cases, there's identity theft. There's a lot of leakage related to your data, which can be used against you. So how does decentralized KYC help in this scenario? In a decentralized KYC world, the issuer is going to issue you a verifiable credential. So you can imagine your driving license signed, cryptographically signed by the issuer. and then it is assigned to your DID or your decentralized identifier. So in a decentralized KYC world, you can imagine that all the entities are represented by a decentralized identifier, and all the documents, imagine your driving license or your passport, these are verifiable credentials. And now let's talk about the other components. So other components in this triangle of trust are that we already talked about issuer, but then we also have the holder. Holder is normally the user's wallet or the user to whom the documents belongs to. And then we have the verifier. The verifier could be any entity or organization willing to see your KYC proofs. So once you have your verifiable credential, which is already tied to your issuer and to you, now you can present this verifiable credential to the verifier. And the verifier, in some cases, what you can actually do is using zero knowledge proofs, you can only select certain claims and provide the ability to only see that information. So if you'd only like to reveal your address, you are able to do it. You'd only want to reveal your salary, you can do it as well. So it solves that, also solves the issue where instead of exposing all of your information, you have now selective disclosure, but at the same time, these documents are completely interoperable. So not only your local government council can accept it, if everybody lives on the same standard, even a different entity in a different country as well can accept the same. So these are inherently global documents, and they're all backed by the security of cryptography.
Is this actually affecting the speed of verification?
Yes, for sure. As you only have to do it once, and then you can keep sharing it. I could imagine if something like just providing your liveness check and just proving that who you exactly are takes about 5 minutes. If it works, I mean, if it does not work, it can take about days and weeks. It can bring it definitely down to less than 30 seconds, I would say. Because you have already done the KYC and you already have it as a verifiable credential that can be shared across with anybody. So it is definitely going to bring a lot of improvements in speed as well.
Okay. Is this anyhow affecting possible account takeovers, phishing attacks, like any fraudulent activities, which happening a lot with the usual wallets?
With the regular wallets, something that we've seen is happening a lot is account takeover. Probably the biggest point of failure is having your entire private key in one place. So once that is gone, your wallet is not yours anymore. It gets completely taken over. One approach that we have taken is that we have sort of like moved away from that model completely. So instead of just having a single point of failure, which is just having your entire private key in one place, and a lot of times users are not careful as well. So they are either saving the seed phrase or the 12 or the 24 word seed phrase that you get while you download the wallet. They're either backing it up by just simply taking a photograph or by simply writing it down. And if anybody gets hold of it, then you're completely out of luck. You lose all of your life savings. So something that we have done, so especially with Open Wallet, that it's not a regular wallet. So we do rely on MPC, which is multi-party computation. In MPC, your keys are sharded and encrypted, stored on various servers, and then we have the protection of passkeys. So in order to make a transaction, you always have to sign a particular message using your passkey. And then once in order to use the passkey, you have to use your biometric authentication. It could be your Face ID or Touch ID. And only after that, your transaction gets signed, gets broadcasted, and then eventually gets sent to the network. So we do have those checks built in. But just having just having a single point of failure is definitely risky nowadays, because there are sophisticated systems where they can completely scan your entire photo gallery to pick out the seed phrases as well. And once your seed phrase is gone, your seed phrase sort of works as your master private key. All of your sub wallets or derived wallets are completely gone with it.
Sounds awesome. Let's try to talk a little bit about probably the most important single bottleneck any operator faces, which is the sign up flow, right? If you're looking at, multiple jurisdictions, you could see one little form with just like 2 or 3 fields. And sometimes you could see 7 pages, 8 pages, 12 pages registration forms. So I was wondering, how does the sign up flow changes when the site offers passkey login and decentralized ID compared with the usual form filling process?
So I believe there are certain things that cannot be bypassed at all. I would say mostly because of various requirements that comes with different licenses. So one thing that it would definitely change is, right now, if I accept a particular form, right, on a website, then a lot of times there is no cryptographic proof of saying that it was actually signed by me. So if my account gets taken over, if I use a very regular, let's say, email and a password based login method, then anybody can log in and perform any activity on my behalf. So one natural improvement that we definitely see is, if you come in with your wallet and then you log in with your wallet, and as an operator or as a gaming provider, you send me this particular piece of document that I have to sign, you can actually save the signature, and you can later prove that it was indeed signed by me. So that's one nice thing you get. I mean, you can even, like, these things are even could be presented in court as well, because I mean, in a lot of countries, your digital signature holds a lot more value than your actual physical signature. So just having a wallet in between as your identity, you get this nice possibilities of getting a lot of digital signatures. So like, one of the examples I can think of is, even in our wallet, which is Open Wallet, whenever somebody would actually wish to delete their wallet, we ask them for a signature. So because you could have funds in your wallet and still you'd like to delete it, and there are a lot of different ways in which a lot of different wallet providers tackle this problem. But just asking the user that, so that they're being mindful that you have to provide a signature that you agree to the fact that you would like to delete your wallet, and we obviously save it in our databases, that actually helps us in any sort of conflict resolution as well. And same applies for any document that you sign with legal entities as well. This digital signature definitely holds a lot of value.
I love it. Yeah, it feels like this whole digital identity thing really changes a lot in a good way. And my next question is, like, which small pilot project should an operator run first to introduce decentralized ID or passkey login to an existing platform? Because it sounds good, but at the same time, this could be crazy complicated. So I just wanted to hear your thoughts on how one operator could start tomorrow.
I believe Apple, Google, and Microsoft, all of the three combined, have done a really good job in pushing the adoption forward, especially in terms of passkeys. And there are a lot of good official SDKs, software development kits, available if somebody would like to just offer passkeys to their customers. And then there has been a lot of progressive rollout of these technologies already on Google and Microsoft platforms, on Apple as well. So one of the easiest ways would be use the native SDKs provided by Apple and Google. They're pretty well documented. But if you are short on time, you could also use SDKs or toolkit built by ThirdWeb or Alchemy. They give you a mix of Web 2 and Web 3 login all combined into one single platform, and you can just hook the whole thing up just using a few lines of code. At the same time, they also provide you with an embedded wallet. So imagine an experience where you have a crypto casino and most of your end users do not really have a wallet as well. So one of the solutions we lean towards is is to build a wallet or provide a wallet for every customer, then hold their funds on your balance sheet. One of the improvements is you don't really have to do it. These toolkits provide you with an embedded wallet, and these are like self-custodial wallets hosted. Self-custodial wallets where the funds can be deposited, and it's completely under the user's control. And now, if you have more sophisticated users, they probably would not use your embedded wallet. They can either export their wallet back to their own self-custody, or they could, down the line, if you already have sophisticated users, they can simply connect their wallet using Wallet Connect. So the barrier to entry, especially in terms of, let's say, using embedded wallets, of using passkeys, has been dramatically reduced now. So, and I would say from, let's say, a couple of years back, it would have taken a month to integrate these things. Nowadays, it can be done in 3 days.
Yeah, I really appreciate you taking the time to share all these important insights with us and the audience. Listeners will definitely get a lot of value from this episode. Thanks a lot, Mitul. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks, Ivan.